This is Dave. He is a professional fishing guide in the Tampa area, and on a recent trip with him, he gave me his best tip that he uses to catch more fish, and this is going to be really good for land-based anglers. You see, Dave is a wade fishing guide, and with wade fishing, there are some advantages. One, you're a lot more stealthier when you're in the water with the fish, so you're not going to spook them as much. Another advantage is you can fish slower and really cover the water more thoroughly, and wind is not a factor. You're not going to get blown around and have to worry about boat position when you're wading. However, there is a glaringly obvious disadvantage to wading, and that is access to where the fish are going to be. And that's why Dave's number one tip when it comes to wade fishing is going to be using an inexpensive kayak to extend your range and get to other spots. Now, these kayaks do not have to be anything special. As a matter of fact, because you're hopping in and out of them, the simpler they are, the better. Now, here's Dave talking about using a kayak while wade fishing, and he's going to go through his setup.
Now, I like the kayak for several reasons, and probably the biggest reason, it allows me to get to spots that I might not be able to get to if I'm just on foot. It gets frustrating sometimes when you're wading a causeway or a bay and you say, boy, I wish I could get across that channel and fish that spoil island or that shoreline. And so the kayak lets me do it. And so I went out and actually bought, I think, a $70 kayak on Facebook Marketplace, and got a little, cheap little chair to put on there and tied a rope to it and paddled out, and kind of discovered over a period of time that it was really a great tool. And so I just get out there, I usually just tie it to me. I'll wade a shoreline and it stays behind me. It's also become a really good base for me to put extra rods. I carry a cooler, I carry a first aid kit, whatever I need, but it really has extended my range. A lot of times, even if I can get to an area by foot, I'll trail it. That just allows me to go a lot further down a shoreline, and I don't have to fish it back, so I can just hop in the kayak and paddle back. It's also a great thing if you're just by yourself. It does provide you with some safety. A lot of times I get into spots where there's some heavy mud and all that, and I've been really grateful to have the kayak with me, so I can just pull up and get in the kayak and paddle away. So a lot of reasons that the kayak can really work for you, but it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And again, it just really will extend your range. So today's a perfect example. We got to some spots that we would never have gotten to on foot. We would have had to swim to, and we ended up having a really great day today. Yeah, and I've put most of the stuff away at this point, but again, it's very simple. This is just I think it's a 9.5, 10-foot kayak. Fits right in the back of my, my mid-size pickup here. Just tie a couple ropes and I'm ready to go. In fact, my only upgrade is that I ended up buying a new seat, which is a little more substantial than what I had originally. But the fact is, you want as few things as possible, especially in the front of the kayak, because I am getting in and getting out all the time. I'm not fishing from the kayak. So if you've got, rod holders or GoPro holders, whatever it might be up front, all they're going to do is get caught on your pants or your waders, whatever it might be. And which brings up another point, the whole waders thing. In the wintertime, I put my waders on and get in the kayak and just paddle away. It's the same as I would, in the summertime if I'm wet wading. So don't let the wintertime be a reason that you don't take the kayak out to explore, because again, just throw the waders on and go like you normally would.
Now, this tip really proved to be effective for us. On our trip, whenever we went to our first spot, it was the only spot that was accessible by land only, and it was a dead zone. Had we not had the kayaks, we probably would have had a really slow trip. But because we had the kayaks, we were able to hit a couple of different spots, and the third spot was the ticket. That's where all these fish were, and it turned out to be a great trip. We caught a lot of fish that day. Now, again, these kayaks do not have to be anything crazy. The simpler, the better. As a matter of fact, if you're worried about storage or transportation, a simple blow-up kayak or even a folding kayak will get the job done. You just need something that's going to be able to get across that channel and get to a different spot so you can get out and keep on fishing. You'll be able to find good deals on cheap kayaks on online marketplaces like Facebook Marketplace or even OfferUp. If you just scour through there, you'll be able to find some really good deals. Now, as I said before, Dave is a wade fishing guy in the Tampa area, so if you're looking for a unique experience and a way to catch some really nice fish, I'm going to put the link to his website down below so you can book a trip with him. And if you're looking for a way to find more access to the water from land, we just updated our Smart Fishing Spots app to include public land that has water access. And if you get that, you'll be able to find some more spots. And as a matter of fact, I actually used that to find new areas in a place that I knew very, very well, but I didn't know about these spots. So make sure and check it out. And what I'll do is I'll put a link down below in the description for a special offer for access to the Smart Fishing Spots app. And for more information on shore-based angling, make sure and click on this video here.